Have you always thought that trading options is not for you and it's too complicated? Here I dispel these myths and show you how easy it is. So listen carefully, absorb the information, and let's go make money.
So friends, let's start our trading. Today all currency pairs will have OTC, and it means that this is a good entry cent for payments. So why not? Let's today accelerate our deposit from $10. We will open trades on the minute time frame. And let's start selecting indicator. Today trend strategy: Alligator, SSI, and Zig Zag. This is the selection of indicator. Let's change the indicator visualization so that we don't get confused when trading. We leave the Alligator with default settings. We also leave the Zig Zag with default settings. SSI, we will set the period 10. We will also change the visualization of this indicator. We will also leave the oversold and overbought area unchanged. And in general, we are ready to start trading. This strategy can be used to wagering from the oversold and overbought area, as well as to open the trade on the uptrend. Open trade in the price pullback. And you can also trade in the flat dynamics of movement. So today will be very interesting. Let's start trading and pick up our first currency pair. Let's open a trade on the upside here. We have a good touch point here. We have a zigzag update and we are about to exit the oversold area. Let's highlight the walking area. First of all, the SSI moving line. We will see it coming out. Then we have a good touch point in general. Yes, we have an update, our local minimum. And according to the dynamics of the movement, we should go up. Here we are not guided by the Alligator. And it shows us the opening of the deal on the downside, since the slides cross. But opening deal for 2 minutes on the downside, in theory, yes, it is the right option. But if we open a trade for a minute, in this case, we should open a trade on the upside. Several seconds left until the trade is complete. And the first trade we have no problem closing in the plus. Let's change the amount of the value of the trade. Let's continue our trade. Let's now open a trade on the downside and open a trade on the same principle to consolidate our results. Let's try and pick up the following currency pair. And this is where, yes, why not? Let's open a trade on the downside. Absolutely the same principle of entering the trade. So we also have the moving alligator slides pointing up. But we are looking at the formation of a new local high. We'll expect a correction. We saw an exit from the overbought area here. Absolutely the same trade. And we'll also look at the dynamics of the movement. We should wait for the result a little bit. So far I'm satisfied with the dynamics of the movement. There is a price pullback, so in general I can't add anything more here. Let's observe the dynamics of the movement. And the second trade is also closing in plus. The same logic of entry was used to open the trade. We did not watch the alligator, that is, we did not listen to it, and in general we only use the zigzag and SSI indicators. Let's now try to open a trade based on the moving lines of the alligator, add also technical analysis, and pick up the following currency pair.
If you wanna get free real money to your trading account right now, in the description of this video I will leave a link to this trading platform, my friends. I trade here every day and I write a new promo that gives you real free money to the balance. You can use them for trading. It's best way for practice for beginners.
Let's open a down trade right here. Good entry point. Opening on the trend. Let's highlight the walking area. We open again plus or minus on the same principle. Yes. We have updated the zigzag and then after its update with downward dynamics. First the price dynamics we have to go down. Then we see here the crossing of the overbought area. So it is also tells us that it's better to open the trade on the downside. Here the moving alligator have not yet had time to turn around, because the irrigator shows the movement of the moving alligator a little bit late. That is, it only then fixes the price movement. So we are opening trade here ahead of time. And at the last second there was an exit and the trade closes in plus without any problems. Also, change the amount of the values of the trade. Today is good favorable volatility for trading. There is here we even managed to pull back a little bit and the trade closes in the plus. Let's continue trading. I still want to find a trade based on the alligator indicators. Yes, and so let's go ahead and pick up the next currency pair. Here again I'm going to open a trade on the upside, but here is a very good entry point. Again, I can stick to the alligator indicators here, because relatively that flight dynamics are prevailing right now. So we have our SSI and Zig Zag coming to L8. We see a new local low point being updated. The Zig Zag has been updated and then I think the price should go up. Also, we see an exit from the oversold area, and accordingly also adhere to this rule, open a deal on the upside, in the neighborhood of several seconds left to complete. Let's observe the dynamics of the movement. And the next trade is also closed without problem in the plus, already more than $100 on our balance. Let's change the amount of the value. We could not orient ourselves by the alligator here, because in general moving alligator show the dynamics of movement a little bit late. That is, despite the fact that this is a trend indicator and open a little bit differently. I will explain it later. So let's continue and pick up the next currency pair. Here I can open a trade on the upside with confidence, and the alligator helps me with this. We have a pullback in the price. A new local minimum has been formed on Zig Zag. Then the price turned around and went up. And here we see the crossing of the sliding lines. It is on the crossing we can easily open a deal on the upside, because the crossover of the slides occurs from bottom to top. We can also see the movement of our moving SSI and its aspiration to the overbought zone. So all signs say that we should open a deal on the upside. We should wait a little bit. Let's watch the candle. And the next trade closes in plus without any problems. Let's try to find the same trade, but on the downside. I'll try to find a good entry point. Let's pick up the following currency pair. Let's reopen the down trade here. I'm not using the alligator again. Let's consolidate the result of the previous trades. Yes, even so, the trade was not open at a good level. It's still dynamic of the movement after the formation of a new local high. We have to go down in the direction of the trend. We have a downtrend and we see an exit from the oversold area, or rather overbought area. That's why we open a trade here on the downside. There is several seconds left to close the trade. Just observe the dynamics of the movement again, because I already described the entry principle completely. Let's observe. And as you can see, we have another trade closing in the plus. You see, I open trade according to the same principle and always close plus without any problems, because the strategy is really working. Let's try to find an entry into a trade on the upside and pick up the following currency pair. Here let's open a down trade. Here is a very clear entry. Let's open it and consolidate our result. A little bit of technical analysis to add to this trade, namely touching the resistance area, updating of a new price maximum. The uptrend impulse was earlier, and I think the movement should go down. There should be a crossing of the overbought area, respectively. In this case, we open a trade on the downside. Let's watch the dynamics of the movement. And we also close the deal in the plus side, despite the fact that we opened the trade at the wrong level. We should have opened it here. Nevertheless, as you can see, the pullback is still in progress. And overall, the trade was absolutely correct. Let's pick up the next currency pair and consider some other entry into the trade. Here we will open a deal on the rise. Just here is the same entry point. Here we can add the concept of price corridors, namely these touch points. That is, for the lower price corridor. This point is a resistance area. Already, for the upper part of the movement of this point is an area of support. Also here we had the formation of a new local minimum. The moving alligator slides are also directed upwards, so the opening of the deal here is on the upside. Even not quite a successful entry we also had here. We could have opened much better. And let's look at the result of the deal. And also the deal closes in plus. We have already started with $10. We have almost $2,000 on our balance. Let's open two final trades for the amount of $890 to consolidate the result. And in general, I think it will be possible to finish our trade on the future result. And let's choose the final currency pair.
If you wanna get free real money to your trading account right now, in the description of this video I will leave a link to this trading platform, my friends. I trade here every day and I write a new promo that gives you real free money to the balance. You can use them for trading. It's best way for practice for beginners.
Let's open a trade right here. Two trades on the downside. After the formation of a new local high, we will also open a trade in the direction of the actual trend. Now, the trend has downward character. The dynamics of movement is going downwards. A new local maximum is formed, after which I think the dynamics of the movement should go downwards. Then we see the crossing from the area overbought. So everything tells us that it is still better to open the deal on the downside than on the upside. Let's watch the dynamics of the move. And our final trades are closing in plus. After all, we had a pullback in the future. The trend made itself known, and we recorded a positive result again. And on this result, I think it will be possible to finish our trade. Let's fix the amount and make a withdrawal. Let's choose a wallet. We will have $3,400. Insert the link, enter the code, and our operation is successfully executed. Today we have such an interesting strategy with many types of entries into the transaction. Write your comments, guys. What do you think about this strategy? Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and Telegram channel. Put likes, write your comments. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye bye.